Welcome to Bloodbath and Beyond. Today we review Satanic Panic. Sacrifices must be made.
Directed by Chelsea Stardust, starring Rebecca Romijn, Arden Myrin, Hayley Griffith, and Ruby Modine. This movie's about Sam. It's her first day on the job at Home Run Pizza, who unfortunately has to deliver pizza to a house that is performing a satanic ritual. They just ran out of virgins, and Sam happens to be one. This is a recommendation from Scuba Steve over on Patreon, longtime supporter. He's got a channel that covers graffiti and stuff, and it's been a long time since we've actually done one of his requests. So this is nice, and this is a brand new release, so that's a bonus as well. So what do we like?
I really enjoyed this story, mainly because it has a very strong satirical nature to it. And the whole idea of this cult in a panic to try and find a virgin, I think is pretty hilarious. So the film does a good job giving you tense moments with a little bit of dark humor.
Yes, the whole concept is absolutely hilarious. And what really makes it is Sam's character, played by Hayley Griffith. She's like a plain girl who has such a great style to her.
Yeah, I sing my own material, like folk songs, down by the aquarium.
Are you by any chance a virgin?
That's a very personal question.
Sam is so innocent, but like also in a very normal way. A normal and relatable way, which is good. Because it's just like as if you had just stumbled upon a satanic ritual. You were completely oblivious. You look around and you're like, oh shit, like now what? And her delivery and her emotions in every situation are just perfect.
And she is surrounded by a strong cast. A lot of the cult members also add to the humor and the situations, especially Arden Myrin and Rebecca Romijn.
Why do I smell your daughter?
That's her corpse you're smelling. Kim and Steven took care of her.
They play like the cult leaders. Gypsy in particular is probably one of the more funny ones because she's like the star scream of this group. She loves Megatron and is loyal, but at the same time, she'll want to like stab you in the back and take over the whole cult. And I thought her character was really entertaining.
And Danica, the head honcho, is great at shutting Gypsy down. She's just her lackey. And she wants so much to be in power. And Danica does a great job of just like running a cult, I guess.
We also had some really fun cameos in this film. A mustached AJ Bowen, who didn't recognize at first. The more screen time he's on, the more you realize it's him. But I think Jerry O'Connell is probably the best cameo.
Oh my God. Are you a virgin?
It's a very personal question.
Yes, Jerry O'Connell was hilarious. He's really weird, and he plays Samuel, who is also part of this whole sacrifice and stuff. And while I like both of those cameos, Whitney Moore from Birdemic as like the girl with the big kildo, I would have called it Drildo personally, but I love her. She does like the weekly news on Bloody Disgusting. She's really cool. Obviously there's a lot of people in here. Ruby from Happy Death Day, you know, the roommate, and Jordan Ladd, which most people know from Cabin Fever or Death Proof. But a big highlight of this movie is definitely the practical effects. I didn't expect it. We obviously don't want to show any spoilers or anything, but there's a lot of great practical effects. And just even blood. When somebody gets punched, there's a lot of blood. Maybe I can show the heart roast. That gives you a good example of like, okay, they can make some prosthetic weird heart turkey things, but also cool deaths.
You even have a scene where Sam is wrestling a sheet. And that was very well done.
And that leads to like the cinematography, because when you can pull something like that off where somebody is just fighting a sheet, but it feels threatening, you've done a great job. It also shuts down all those people that are like, well, I need a bigger budget to make something scary. Bullshit. This girl fought a sheet for like 20 seconds and it was the most terrifying part of the movie. But even aside from that, the whole production value is stellar. The camera work, the lighting, and just the environments, like the set dressing. I think that everything was really well done. Even the robes, like these cult members or witches or whatever the hell they are, were dressed very well. Now what didn't we like? I'll be honest, I actually didn't like the comedy from the Gypsy. I get that that's what her like intent was. Her enthusiasm for her jokes or everything that she says was very uneven with everybody else.
Complications are just opportunities in disguise.
I get it's upbeat and people are gonna dig it, but it wasn't for me.
Without spoiling anything, I was not a fan of the final act. I did enjoy this overall story. And it built up to a good climax, but I felt as though the payoff just wasn't there. I really wanted to see a strong ending, and I don't think this film has it.
I agree. There's this weird shift in pace right at the climax. I liked most of it. There's just something missing.
It's not that I have anything against Sam's character. I really did enjoy her character. I just felt as though they were trying to develop her to really make you feel bad. It's just like, in case the audience doesn't feel sorry for her, let's make her a cancer patient. And then maybe they really want to root for her to get out of here. Well, I was rooting for her from the start, so just adding that extra element didn't make her character better, but it also didn't make her character worse. It's just an odd choice to have.
Now it's time for our final thoughts and ratings. Satanic Panic was actually a really fun time. I had no idea what we were getting into, and I was surprised because this is an independent film, but it's so well done. From a production standpoint, to all of the acting. Like, I really loved Sam's character, and I loved her development as a character. She was fun and she was relatable. She wasn't over the top badass, but she definitely had aspects of a badass. Plus, I'm a big fan of pizza. I love the comedy. I love the practical effects. I loved a lot about this movie. I just wasn't the biggest fan of the ending, although I would love to see another one. Yeah, at least in this universe. Another delivery person's aspect. And for a directorial debut, I think this is phenomenal. So I'm gonna give this 4.5 strong ass drinks, but not strong enough for me's out of 5.
He's dead!
This was actually a really fun time. I enjoyed our story, and I thought they just hit it out of the park. However, I wasn't a big fan of the ending. It just felt different from the rest of the film, and that's disappointing when you invest so much time into a movie and you're loving this build-up, and it leaves you kind of let down. But there's a lot of good in this film. You get great kills, you get great practical effects, cameos, strong acting, great cinematography. This is a very good film, and I do think a lot of people should check this out. So with that being said, I'm gonna give this film 4 creepy little girls out of 5.
As always, thank you for watching. Like this video and comment below with your thoughts on the film if you've seen it. If you haven't and you do want to check it out, link is in the description. And if you want the opportunity to recommend a movie for us to review on the channel, link to the Patreon also in the description. And if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, stay updated with everything Bloodbath and beyond. Yeah, we got a fucking lot of callouts. There's a lot of shit to say.
A lot of buttons to push.